Welcome back to Miller's Construction. On this episode, we're going to be talking about air leaks in your home and how to increase the energy efficiency of your home, which is also, more importantly, going to increase comfort. When air leaks out of the house, you're basically leaking dollar bills out of your house. And one of the most common places for this to occur is in recessed light housings like this. Now, a lot of these recessed light housings will say things like airtight on them. You don't need to pay attention to that because these are not airtight in any way, shape, or form. They're quite leaky, but there are a couple ways that you can fix the problem. Now, the first thing that you need to make sure and determine whether they are IC rated or non-IC rated. IC rated means insulation contact. So if your recessed light housings anywhere on it says not IC rated or something of that nature, or if it doesn't say IC rated like these do, you're going to have a problem. They're going to get too hot. So you want to avoid completely encapsulating them with insulation. But one of the worst things that happens is your cool conditioned air in the summertime or hot conditioned air in the wintertime can leak up around this. So we're going to fix it today with a really simple solution. Now, we've got several of these to address in the home. Right now we've got 4 of them exposed, but we're just going to show you one of them so that you can get an example of what we're going to do. This is called the InsulMax, the recessed lighting protection. It's a cap for this entire housing. And what it is it's about $16, $17 for one of these. So they're fairly inexpensive. It even says can cap on it. Also, good lesson here. It drives me nuts when people leave their trash in the attic. So when you get done, take your trash out, man. We always bring a big bag up here and just take everything with us. Anyways, this is just a big styrofoam cooler is all it is. And it's not gonna be airtight immediately, but it will be airtight when we're done with it. So essentially, you've got a little bit of work to do before you're ready to move to the air sealing phase of it. You've got to determine exactly where it's going to sit. I like it pretty close right here. And then right here's our other side. Something like that. But see, we've got these big gaps underneath it. We've got to address that. So we're going to cut around this so that it'll slip down, if that makes sense. So what I've got is I've just got a utility knife on me right now. And that's effectively what I'm going to do. I'm going to cut around this. I'm just trying to mark the bottom of it right now. That got me a couple little marks right there. See those little ridges? So now I'm able to take my utility knife, and this stuff is easily trimmable. And I'm going a little bit bigger than I need to just because I want to have enough space to work around it or to move it around. So there you can see, yeah, we've got a little air hole right there. We're going to take care of that. But you can see that's really the goal. You want to just take your time, cut around it real nice and neat, and then effectively it will be sitting on the drywall. That's what we want. We want to air seal to the drywall. So I've got this one trimmed up pretty good. Now I've got to do the other side. So there's your box right there for air sealing it. Now what we need to do is we need to actually perform the task of air sealing, and we're going to use a really unique product that is relatively new to the market, but it's been a real game changer for us performing air sealing details like this one. For this application, we're going to use Great Stuff's wide spray. This stuff is just really awesome, and it is the perfect application for it. Essentially, they send you 2 different nozzle tips. So they send you a fan tip that really fans the product out, and then they send you this cone tip that you can put on there. And for these recessed light housings, I really like the cone tip because it's more of a direct shot and it really blasts it on there where you need it to be. So we're gonna use the wide spray, but what we have to do first before we ever spray is we've got to clean this area up, because this foam's not gonna stick to all of these mouse droppings. And we also just got the roof replaced on this house. So what you're seeing is a whole lot of shingle aggregate. So we've got to clean that up, and to do that, I'm just going to blow it out of the way. So I'm literally going to take my little cordless blower. I'm going to disassemble this real quick, and I'm just going to blow some of this out of the way. See how quick and easy that is? Now we've got a nice clean surface all the way around, and I can put my light housing cover back on. The thing about this stuff is you've got to have the proper PPE. So I've got my safety glasses, I've got gloves, and we need to give this a real good shake before we get started. All right, what I like to do is I like to start at the bottom here. So once again, this is the cone tip. See this gaping hole right here? And it really doesn't take much, folks. Boom, just like that. That's that bottom side. If you want to get crazy with it, you can put a little bit more, but it's not really necessary. See how I shot up this seam right here? I just wanted to make sure that that seam is sealed, and I'm going to do the exact same thing across the top. And when you pull the trigger, the more you pull this trigger right here, the faster and harder it shoots. Notice how I'm holding the can upside down. That's important. Here we go. So right here, we've got this funky situation where we're right next to the bottom cord of a truss. When in doubt, just fill it up. That's all there is to it, folks. It's a pretty simple, easy job. It's just, if you have a lot of recessed lights, it can really get tedious over time. But the great stuff wide spray really helps with this process. We used to use just standard canned spray foam, and that was super time consuming. What I like about the wide spray is it seems to stick, and it gets that wide surface. So it extends up onto the recessed light housing and down onto the drywall, and air seals really good. This is going to save you money, and it's also going to increase comfort in your home tremendously. It's a really quick and simple way to air seal a really leaky problem in your home. I really hope this helps you, folks. If you enjoyed the video, please give me a thumbs up, hit the subscribe button. It's hot in here. I've got a ton more to do, so I'm gonna have to let you go. We'll see you on the next one.